So if you're struggling to go out and do your outbound, or you're struggling to get on the phone and do your outbound, or you're struggling to do what I do, which is content marketing, you know, if 100,000, if I get 100,000 views or 200,000 views a month, I've just replaced, that's basically 200,000 cold calls a month. I just replaced what I was doing in sales with the technology of the internet and being able to reach you guys and being able to offer value. So ultimately you decide, hey, I'd like to do coaching or pick up a product from Will. It's the same thing. I'm still doing outbound. I'm doing outbound right now. And part of why I made such a drive to build this business was I wanted to get off the fucking phones and having to work a sales job. And I didn't want to go into another business where I was doing the same thing. I could have, but I wanted to try and see if I could do this kind of a business, which I was able to do. But if you are in that business, okay, you have to go out and hunt. There is no way around it, because people are they're literally eating your lunch right now. Like your competitors are eating your fucking lunch right now. They're eating your food. They're eating your family's food. It is a net sum game, okay? They're taking your money, right? But when you open your mind up and say like, hey man, let me look at my state as a hunting ground. How many businesses are there available for me to go after if you're doing B2B? If you're doing B2C, if you're a personal trainer, like everyone's a potential client, except even in that, you're still gonna wanna be like, okay, if you're going door to door, you go to the wealthy neighborhoods and see who's gonna buy your $500 to $1,000 package. That's what I've got one of my young clients doing. Door to door selling personal training. Closed 2 big deals last month. Very proud of him because he's going out there and hunting. And none of his competitors are doing it because they're fucking pussies. None of them are doing it. With my architect client, none of his competitors are doing that kind of an outbound because they're scared. They're not willing to hunt. Most guys aren't willing to hunt. Like America was built by guys who were willing to do that thing. They were willing to come over on a ship, not know anything about the country, with 5 kids, build a log cabin house, literally hunt for their food, be able to farm it and all these other risks and stuff. And people died on the way over, okay? But guys have gotten soft. I was soft. I'm still not as hard as I was when I was in Toronto, just banging the phone all day. But I got really hard at that point to be able to do it. So if you can't pay for marketing right now, you've got to be out there. But even if you're, you can't afford to be marketing, I still think outbound is awesome for most businesses, for a lot of businesses. And like if you've transitioned to fully online, you still should be going at it with the content marketing and the ads and all that stuff to get after your hunt. So I'm telling my clients to think of their state as their hunting ground. And let's say there's 500 businesses that apply to 500 new home builders if you're an architect or whatever. Like that's your hunt now, okay? And think of it like GTA 5, okay? And I'm not saying to become a sociopath or anything. Obviously it's a video game and it's fun and there's no consequences, and it's, like in real life, obviously tons of ethical, moral consequences for hurting people, whatever. But I'm saying the mentality of like, okay, you're playing Grand Theft Auto, it's this sandbox, right? And you can just hop around, you can just get in your car and hop around. Like in Grand Theft Auto, you do these little missions. It's like, okay, go over here and collect some money from this guy. Go over here and beat this guy up. Go over here and do this thing, and you get like money. And you can just drive around the city, and there's like a million different little missions and submissions for you to do, for you to be able to get money. And like, okay, acquire territory over here. I've got a home over here. It's the same thing with selling for your business. You're like, okay, I got that new home builder, or I got that, area for real estate. I've got a presence over here. I got another new home builder over here. or I got another new home builder in this city. I've got, and you're just literally like rolling around in your car being like, the world is a fucking ATM. The world is an ATM. I can get money from anybody if I just have the fucking balls to go out and hunt and get my shirt off and sharpen my spear and fucking get loose and go get that money. And if I'm willing to be, you know, politely kicked out of somebody's office, okay? If I don't do that, I fucking starve. If I don't go out and hunt, I starve, okay? Too many guys are coasting on the previous clients that they had, okay? And then they're surprised when they lose a client and boom, 25-30% of your income's gone, okay? Because they're focused on farming. Farming is great, you know? I put my current clients before my new clients, always. You know, that's my first priorities to my current clients. And that's something a lot of sales guys miss. A lot of sales guys are bad farmers. A lot of good sales guys are bad farmers. But I also make a focus on new clients. And for you guys especially, you've got to be hunting all the time. It doesn't stop. Like, does the hunt stop for the like primitive tribal groups in, you know, Africa or Papua New Guinea or wherever they are? Like, no, they've got to literally go hunt for their food. It's the same with you and your business, which is why you want to be like super aggressive about it. Not in like getting in front of people and harassing them like aggressively, but I mean like aggressively going after territories and aggressively going after resources and clients and you know, other people are eating your lunch right now, dude. If you're not out there hunting, other people are taking literally resources off your table. Like, people's money is always going somewhere, even if like, you know, it's not going to a competitor, you know, it's still going to like potato chips or, you know, something else, okay? But it's an ATM out there if you're willing to go get it and you're willing to go sell your services. You know, you might not always have, like if you're selling personal training, there's a good chance that like that person is new to personal training. They don't have a trainer already. Like, you might have to sell them on the entirety of the concept. And you might not have been in direct competition with another personal trainer, but you're still in direct competition with, you know, other things, right? Or other people, because their money's going somewhere. And like, if you can't go out and hunt, you're going to starve. And I guess I just wanted to hammer home the idea that like nothing has changed. You're that primitive tribesman with your shirt off, with the spear, running around. And if you don't do well at that, you and your family starve. If you do really well, you can have an abundance of things. You can have a comfortable life. You can start to make your money work for you by reinvesting in the business and all these other things. But you have to have that mentality, and that will be the thing that will get you over doing outbound sales. Like, just drill that into your head. Like, there is no sitting on the sidelines. If I don't hunt, I don't eat. If I don't hunt, my competitors eat my lunch. If I don't hunt, my competitors literally keep taking my business, and life keeps fucking me, and I just keep taking it, okay? If I'm not willing to be out there hunting.